Hi guys, welcome to another video with Zimaleta. My name is Serge, and in today's video we are working on these two intake manifolds that I have right here, and I've done cleaning them, and what we're going to be doing is installing new swirl valves, well, control arms for the swirl valves. That's what we're doing. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to get them out of their pretty cases. Now these things replaced the plastic ones. So here I have the original plastic ones. Really not going to be really like cleaning them up or nothing, but what happens is these things, because they're plastic, they get pretty worn. Now these particular ones, they're not too bad, but we're not going to be using them. I'm going to go ahead and actually, get rid of them, because if you don't replace these, then it's gonna be harder to do it with, when they're on a vehicle. So nearly impossible. You have to pull the turbo just to pull these things off. So might as well go ahead and actually get it done. So your situation might be different, but you might be wondering how these go. These actually go inside of here, and I'm not really sure, like, what is that really supposed to do, because I pulled these out for no apparent reason, because I kind of thought that I could actually get these things out, but it wasn't necessary. It just was this area was just so gunked up that I thought I could actually do that. So I pulled them things out. So to put them in, it's as simple as that. Apparently there is a right way and a wrong way to put them in. There is a little groove here that's cut away, and the groove needs to go towards the plastic piece. Okay, because when these things go all the way in, this is kind of how they hold into place. Okay, now that is in, so basically these intake manifolds, they're going to be installed like this, like that. So let's see now. The swirl valves, they look exactly identical with these things installed on them. Okay guys, so one thing's for sure, this is not going to be easy. This is going to be kind of tricky. Because what we're trying to figure out is, first of all, how do these intake runner rods go, because these are for sensors, and according to the picture on eBay where I got them, this thing is actually on like this. I could see that it's in this type of direction. So the good thing is, you could actually, easily change this. If if everything's working correctly, then there's no reason, to change anything. But, if it's not correctly, then apparently you're going to have to change it. So, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually install this one as well. And they're not tight yet, so we're just basically kind of like test fitting them and stuff like that. So if that one's going to be installed like that, then we're going to install this one, the same way right here. And when I'm talking about, it's these metal things. This is for the sensors. Another one's located right there. So not to confuse anybody, let's go ahead and actually lock these things in, because next thing is going to be, I guess, pretty fun trying to figure out how this motor goes. So we're supposed to put these things in here. So these have like little rings that's sticking out, and there is a perfect groove for them, like right there. So you're supposed to like find it and install it. So when you do that, then you're supposed to take this here and go ahead and actually plug it in. Make sure that thing is in there. And then plug this in. Okay. It's kind of tricky. Like, it feels like it's in there, but you know, it's kind of hard to trust this situation. So we're gonna go ahead and install that one, and this one apparently is on as well. I'm going to go ahead and install it. So now let's try it. So it's opening up just fine. So everything's working correctly. There's like a little stopper right there. I'm yet to figure out like what is this sensor stopping thing supposed to really mean, because there's no sensor pickups down there, or are they? Yeah, apparently, yeah, there's a sensor that goes here. So I guess this is probably why it needs to be across from that sensor and across from this sensor. Okay, now I kind of see what's going on here. So then, yeah, like that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So in this situation, you can see that that's too far away from the sensor. So apparently this is the correct way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and install this. Alright, so this is on. So now we're gonna have a fun time trying to figure out which way do we actually install this, because here's the piece that I have, which is different than this piece lengthwise. I found this basically as one of the components was broken, because when I was removing this, one of the swirl valves was not working, and you could kind of see like somebody broke the ear off over here and over here, and this thing was completely disintegrated. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go ahead and work, I guess, from reverse. We're going to go ahead and remove this piece, and you have to push down on these pins. Ouch. So we pushed it out. So there's no wrong way of doing this one. So we're gonna go ahead and actually install new plastics. After all, we do have some new ones. There's only 2 brand new ones in here for some reason. So these things supposed to open up like that. Then you're supposed to insert it, close it, and then install it like this. Not sure if there's any wrong way of doing it, but this is exactly how it was installed on the other one. So that apparently is not all the way in. Now, why is that? Could this be a different size? Interesting, I cannot even get that one in there. Now, this is original Mercedes. No, actually, these are not original Mercedes components. You can see these are much wider. So apparently, it's probably for that, but I knew I had this over here somewhere. Apparently this did. I did order this as well. So this is original Mercedes equipment. These are not, but they're close to the same size. These bags are not marked with like the left or right. So this is a correct piece that I need right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and actually pull this one out. We're just going to use the original one that was supplied. I'm gonna set that down over there. These seems to be correct. Okay, so that went in just fine. The only thing I'm not sure is with these right here. This does have a springy motion. Which piece goes here? So I'm just going to take an educated guess, and I'm going to install this one like this. And we could always pull it out and exchange it. So for now, we're just going to put those extra ones over there, along with this. Along with those extra parts and that piece. And just move it on the shelf for now, just to make it less confusing. So what I'm gonna do right now is go ahead and actually install this piece with the rubber. Like that. And install it like this. I think actually was correct. This does go like that. So now I'm gonna need to find some screws that go there. And so I have a couple screws here. We're gonna go ahead and see, that's way too short. This seems like it's long enough. We're going to go ahead and install this one. Okay. But we're gonna go ahead and actually install this one. Okay, we gotta be careful and not break anything. So the very first one we're going to need to set up as this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. This is going to be a good way to test it, see if it even works correctly. If it's not, then we have to change what we're doing. It's very close. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's very little clearance, and that bolt is way too big for this location. It needs to be shorter. I mean, it barely clears it. But I need to find a bolt that's even less. So this one works perfectly. Well, it's time for us to find a smaller bolt. Have it like this size. Okay, I found a perfect bolt. First I want to reverse it. Go ahead and get it done. Okay. Now. Okay, that's perfect. So now we need to find out if this is exactly how it's supposed to be. So that's inserted. Now this is 2. So here we have sensors. They're very dirty. Need to clean them. We have one that's shorter. We have one that's longer. Right, guys, I went ahead and actually I verified it. So this right here, you know, is the front of the engine. So this is considered left side. So on the left side, that's where the gray connector goes. At least according to a 2008 engine that I have. So that being said, let's go ahead and actually install it. So and then you're supposed to fish it out through here like this, and then it plugs into the wired harness on this side. So for now we're just gonna leave things like that and plug this in over here. This gets fished through the bottom. So we're going to install this bolt right there and this bolt on this side. So I don't want to do it too much. Because you don't want to crack any of the sensors or plastic components. So make sure you do things very, very carefully. So I'm going to do that. Another thing I need to go ahead and verify, looking through the back, is what does this connection look like. Apparently this one wants to go ahead and actually unlock. I'm going to unlock it. Oh. Okay. I'll leave it like this. So anyways, guys, I want to give you a close-up before I go ahead and actually install everything. So yeah, that thing falls apart like that. So basically the portion that is curved like that with that EU5 on it, that is the exact one that goes on an intake manifold, on the right intake manifold portion. So I actually had things on correctly. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and actually reinstall that plastic piece, and yeah, they do disassemble like that. And then you're supposed to make sure you push them all the way back in there. So, and this is the way that the swirl valve rods, runner rods, how they're supposed to look like. So we have everything as we need to. By the way, guys, this is my female cat. I actually have two, a male one and a female. The male one used to do it exactly the same way. He used to always come to my workstation, climb up, and he's doing all the loving, caring type of actions. So, oh my gosh. Kevin, can you just hold him?
Yes, sir.
I cannot see what I'm doing.
He always messes with me too when I'm working on things.
Yeah. It doesn't help, does it?
Yeah. In fact, actually, I was working on a Harley Davidson, and she just like was like messing with me all the time, and I keep messing up things with that cat.
These things are always so tricky to install. You have to make sure you install that stuff all the way, because if you don't, the swirl valves will get disconnected. But it's not a very good design. So there we go. That is on. Now we want to make sure things are all the way snapped in. Maybe it is. Make sure that that is on. Okay, so actually need to remove these e-socket set. I don't want that to get disconnected. Alright guys, so over here, this is where a bracket goes. And apparently, for some reason it was missing on this vehicle. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, this is probably why the other stuff was broken as well. That's just kind of what happens here. So I had to go to my other engine and pull this bracket. I kind of wanted to think that I'm the one that misplaced it, but I don't misplace stuff like this. I always have a system, and I put everything away as it should be. I have all kinds of boxes that I'm working with. A piece of advice, guys, when removing this last bolt, make sure that you remove this first. Don't remove those two on the bracket. That's what I'm saying. I was just removing this on my spare engine, and I removed these two bracket bolts first, and I tried to remove this one. It was so tight, it actually snapped off the whole plastic piece. So I broke it in mine, unfortunately, and now it means I don't have a spare. And also, when trying to install it, make sure you install it correctly, because the plastics are brittle and they could break off. So thank you. So now it's going to hold it somewhat, but we actually need to redo it. So we need to put a tighter grip and hold it. So hold it good.
Yes, I'm holding it as tight as I could.
Let go. Like this. No, it's not gonna work. I don't know how it's separating still. With how you're holding it. Hold it good now, right now. So